Outstanding punters in the league.
Too much time!
And they just about get that pass away, and here it comes. Schubert standing on his own 20-yard line. To the 25, 30, 35, across the 40, and got it out to the 43-yard line, and he was hit by Ray Easterling. That's the front line with the receivers, Rather, Scott, and Latta. And now Bob Avellini pitching back to Roland Harper, who's across the 40, out to the 45, and spinning to the 47. It is Ray Easterling again making the hit. Line. Avellini, play action fake, and he's going to keep it. Humphrey chasing him, and he is belted out of bounds by Ron McCartney. And McCartney also takes out a Bear coach. It's a carry. Avellini going to put it up. Down the middle, and it is caught by James Scott. He's across the 20 to the 15-yard line. Rick Bias was the man who finally made the hit on the Atlanta 15.
There's one of those refugees from the World Football League, James Scott.
Latta goes to the left side. Farmer is split wide to the right. A fake to Harper, and Avellini getting a lot of heat, and down he goes. Wilson Fomina, number 74. And in that situation, Fomina plays over the center. Somebody asked him, "What's your job?" And Fomina said, "To freak out the center."
I read that.
Did you? Well, he just did. He freaked him out. Thomas is 6 for 9 this year. And he's got it in there. So Bob Thomas is now 7 out of 10. He is third in the league in field goal completions, and the Chicago Bears are on the scoreboard, leading Atlanta 3-0. 13-mile-an-hour wind. 3rd and 9. Hunter wobbles, but he gets it to Francis across the 45, and he is driven back to the 45-yard line. Wallace Francis making the reception. 2nd and 12. Francis right, Jenkins left, and Hunter looking left. And it's to Jenkins inside the 40-yard line. Virgil Livers, number 24, nails him at about the Chicago 39-yard line. The slot now goes in motion to the left. Second man, Haskell, stand back inside the 30-yard line, and he was carrying, among other people, Wayman Bryant, number 50, right along with him. Left, Jenkins right. Second man, stand back, and he's going to the 20-yard line and falls inside the 20. Doug Plank, number 46, finally making the hit.
Then, Scully, when you look at that Falcon offensive line, you've got to look in almost amazement. Warren Bryant, the right tackle, a rookie.
They've done a great job in protecting Hunter. Stand back, running into a crowd, and he'll stay right there. Stand back, trying to follow Monroe Ely, and we'll leave it up to the officials. The crowd certainly doesn't think so.
I don't believe. You know, the Falcons have not scored a point in the first quarter in 5 games.
That they won 3 and lost 2 the first half of the year. So now we'll see Nick Mickemeyer as they'll spot the ball on the 26. It'll be a 36-yard field goal attempt. Up, and it is no good.
Uh-oh.
And so Atlanta still shut out in the first quarter this year. Mickemeyer missing, and it remains the Chicago Bears 3 and the Atlanta Falcons nothing. 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. A pitch back to Walter Payton. Payton got a good block from Roland Harper, and he got out across the 30-yard line. Roland Harper threw a marvelous block on Ralph Ortega. Bears having to kick again because of an illegal receiver downfield, and Roland Lawrence returns it this time on the sidelines to the 40 to midfield and is tripped and out of bounds. Leo Walderscheid was the man who hit him, number 23, and right in front of the bench as he skidded out of sight. Relatively mistake-free quarterback. Here comes Stanback trying to follow Ely and just squirts his way across the 40-yard line. He was held up a little bit at the line of scrimmage by Phil McKinley, number 73, his teammate. 3rd and 3 from the Bear 38-yard line. Play action fake to Haskell, Stanback. Hunter lobbing the ball off the hands and out of bounds of Allen Ellis. Ellis had the reception and let it get away.
Oh, do they like this Allen Ellis?
He's trying to get a little breathing room, so he gives it to Payton again, and he's hit head-on by Ray Easterling at the 15-yard line.
Ray Easterling.
And Jaworski. 3rd and 2 from the 15-yard line, and with Walter Payton doing a little blocking, and that's worth watching. He was blocking off Rick Bias.
And I want to tell you, he's one of the finer blockers you'll see, too.
12 seconds to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from about the 18. Avellini to Walter Payton with Rather letting Siri and Sorry block for him, and he gets out across the 20-yard line and rolls to the 21. Avellini play action fake to Musso, and he got it away as he was hit, and it's picked off by Ray Easterling, and he's going out at the 30-yard line. Avellini was hit as he let go, and Easterling makes the interception. Just on the left side. Both backs are out, and a little release to the tight end Mitchell. And Mitchell doing a little fancy footwork. Gets across the 30 to the 25. Carries across the 20-yard line before he's brought down. A great bit of running by the big tight end, Jim Mitchell. Back staying into block, and Hunter into the end zone. Broken up by Virgil Livers. And it looked like two men had the shot at it, Alfred Jenkins and Wallace Francis. But it was Virgil Livers who broke it up. Mighty Mouse, they call him. 22, so it's a 32-yard field goal attempt to get Atlanta even. Up and good.
He did it.
So Mickemeyer, who in field goals was 2 out of 4 inside the 29, bombs that one to get Atlanta even with 10:49 to go in the second quarter. Wake up in the next couple of weeks playing Minnesota and Detroit. And Walter Payton is hit at the 40 and driven back. And at the very bottom was big Wilson Fomina. So Parsons will be doing the punting from his 26. Gets a little bit of heat, and it is blocked by Moriarty. Moriarty blocked it, and Parsons downs the ball at the 25. Tom Moriarty out of Bowling Green is the boy who came in and smothered the punt. Watch him, number 45.
He has been good for him all year on the special teams. Watch this. This is a thing of beauty. The perfect angle. He was blocked, but overcame the block and then going after it.
Not left inside Jenkins. They put Ely on a wing outside the right, and Hunter going to release it and throws to Mitchell over his head. Jim leaped and got one hand on it, but it was a bad pass by Scott Hunter. Hold by Johnny James. They'll spot the ball at the 29. It's a 39-yard field goal attempt, and it is good. And Mickemeyer really pounded that thing out of sight.
And nobody's happy. Look at the team gathering around him.
Yard line. Avellini sending Scott wide left, Rather right. Passing to Rather. He's hit by Roland Lawrence and dropped at the 40-yard line. First down, Chicago. 7 yards. He has Scott wide left, Rather in a slot. Latta the tight end on the right side. Second man, Walter Payton. And a fumble, a loose ball picked up by Roland Lawrence. Grabbed and dragged down at the 30-yard line. And if that play goes, and apparently it will, Atlanta again in marvelous field position.
And once again, Roland Lawrence, a guy on the spot.
His right, Jenkins left, and it's Haskell stand back inside, a great block by Warren Bryant, and he's down to the 12 before Doug Plank brings him down. Warren Bryant, number 66, just opened up the door. The backs are split. We'll see if he passes out of it. He does to Jim Mitchell, and he is dragged out of bounds by Gary Fensick at the 4-yard line. Listed as third. Francis in motion. Hunter on a keeper. Backs off from Buffon. Throws, and it's no good. Haskell stand back. So it's a 21-yard field goal attempt. He has kicked 2. And this one is up and through. And so the Falcons, it's like being eaten alive by an angry moth. And they are leading the Bears 9-3. Yard line. Avellini under rush, and it's Roland Lawrence who got him on the 30-yard line. And look at the little guy exult, number 22. That's Greg Brazina getting in the lick. Payton are split. Payton out, Musso blocks, and Avellini is eaten up by Ron McCartney, 20. And they barely got it away. A big rush. Schubert going back to his own 10, drops it, is taken out of the play. The ball is still loose, and Esposito picked it up and dropped it. It'll be blown dead, back on the 10-yard line, and I believe it will be Atlanta ball.
Yes.
First and 10, and Hunter on a sneak with Gary Plank holding on, and he goes down, I should say Doug Plank holding on to the 5-yard line.
For the Rams, see what they can do Monday.
Hunter again. When was the last time you saw a quarterback in this kind of a spot carry the ball twice in a row? Lost the mascot. Well, they only had 26 seconds to go. Hunter giving it to Stanback, and he goes in for the touchdown. So Haskell Stanback drives in for the only touchdown of the day, and Atlanta leads 15-3.
Oh, Wally Chambers did get it handed to him that time. Good blocking. Point of attack, the Falcons just out-muscled them.
That's Brian Bassnagel, and he's going to go the distance. Brian Bassnagel takes the kickoff and runs for a touchdown.
Well, if that isn't poetic justice, I give up. We wait all afternoon
For a
3
touchdown.
hours for a touchdown, and we get one with 21 seconds, 5 seconds remaining.
Here's Bassnagel's return.
And the most unlikely person you would think to take a kickoff back that distance for a touchdown, perhaps on the Bear team.
Walter Shy just cruising along behind him with no one to block as Bassnagel takes it in for the touchdown. 5 seconds left. And a little nubber picked up by Billy Reichman. And Reichman is just going to go down underneath a pile of Falcons trying to protect him. Statistician Dr. Bob Woods. This is Vin Scully posting the final for you. Atlanta 16, Chicago 10, and a somewhat sullen and mutinous crowd on their way home here from Soldier Field in Chicago. Kind of a dismal day, 45-degree temperature, and the lights have been on, and now they can turn them out. And we'll turn them out, too. We'll take you to CBS Sports Control.